Hello, my name is Hanna Ji, and I am a recent graduate of the Master of Design in Communication Design program at the University of Arkansas. In this presentation, I will be sharing my MDes thesis with a focus on designing facilitated experiences to expand educational access for adolescent Rohingya girls. The Rohingya are often referred to as the most persecuted minority in the world from Rakhine State in Myanmar. In 1989, Myanmar implemented a new citizenship law that denied the Rohingya citizenship, and they became the world's largest stateless population. Today, more than 1 million Rohingya refugees live in these makeshift shelters in refugee camps in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh, making up the largest refugee settlement in the world. Lack of infrastructure, local government policies, strict cultural and social norms, safety concerns, as well as recent cuts in humanitarian funding create layers of barriers for Rohingya girls to access education. Most girls are forced to drop out of schools between the ages 10 and 12, and many are pushed into marriage at a young age. Exploring the Rohingya refugee crisis at this moment is critical as it sits at the intersection of long-standing displacement challenges and new global political and humanitarian pressures, and there's potential for design to play a part in that. Rather than coming in with a set agenda, I sought to better understand the core of the issue and the lived experiences of the Rohingya girls through hands-on fieldwork in the refugee camps in Bangladesh, interviewing stakeholders, learning from experts, and conducting workshops with Rohingya girls. In synthesizing theories about storytelling, behavior, and human development, I make the connection that facilitated participatory storytelling that is designed to address the developmental needs of young adolescents helps strengthen psychological capital, which helps individuals navigate education while also influencing the systems that shape access. Because I work specifically with young adolescents, I pulled from the 7 key developmental needs of young adolescents. These include competence and achievement, self-definition, creative expression, meaningful participation, positive social interaction, structure and clear limits, and physical activity. In order to design and facilitate participatory experiences, I adapted this design facilitation framework from Mosley and Markoskites literature and their synthesis of the theory of practice architectures. Based on this framework, I created the Facilitation for Developmental Needs of Early Adolescents model to guide the design of my workshop. By mapping how each developmental need is addressed through specific activities and strategies, this tool allowed me to be intentional about the activities as well as how the workshops were led. The workshops combined storytelling with a range of art-based activities, giving the girls an opportunity to define and express themselves in creative ways while sharing their stories with other participants. Just to go through a couple of the activities, participants created collage self-portraits where they were encouraged to think about the setting, the character, and the plot of their own stories and express who they are. This helped build a sense of agency among them. Participants also created umbrellas of hope, painting symbols or images that represent their hopes and dreams, or things that make them happy. These umbrellas will remind them of their hopes and dreams during the heavy monsoon seasons. There was a noticeable difference between the first and second day in the engagement from the participants. They were much more willing to share and more actively engaged on the second day, highlighting the importance of repeated interactions. Sharing about their experiences and aspirations helped build connection and a sense of community among the girls. Through the research, I found that while existing NGO-led programs and community-based schools are contributing to incremental progress, a more systemic collaboration across stakeholders is needed to expedite change and meaningfully expand educational access for Rohingya girls. Based on the research, the HAPPY initiative was proposed. HAPPY is a multi-layered design approach that works across different parts of the girls' lives while mainly focusing on the systems closest to them. At the level of individual girls and peer groups, HAPPY focuses on building agency and a sense of community through the creative storytelling workshops. In addition, a mentorship program connecting Rohingya women that are currently attending the Asian University for Women with younger girls in the camps would help provide visible role models, helping them see that pathways do exist. Within learning environments, HAPPY centers on expanding pathways. By strengthening the partnership between community-based schools and humanitarian organizations, The initiative will support long-term stability. At the same time, it would explore connections with higher education institutions to create more opportunities for continued learning. At the level of families and the broader community, HAPPY addresses social norms that shape girls' access to education. Through public-facing opportunities like exhibitions and performances, the initiative aims to amplify girls' voices and create spaces for dialogue. It also supports existing NGO-led education and counseling efforts while using visual communication to raise awareness about the value of girls' education and address stigma. Beyond the camps, the initiative seeks to expand opportunities that can help bring attention to the lived realities of Rohingya girls while fostering empathy and engagement at a broader scale. Through these efforts, HAPPY brings together strategies that support both individual growth and systemic change, helping girls imagine and pursue their futures while also working to expand the conditions that make those futures possible. When we bring design into the humanitarian space and collaborate with existing systems and stakeholders, we have the power to reimagine human experiences and create a positive impact in the lives of people whose voices are too often overlooked. Through facilitated participatory experiences at the individual and community level, design can help foster hope and shift perceptions within the community to expand educational access for Rohingya girls. Thank you.